Greetings, light workers. This is Oya Transformation, and this is your daily oracle reading for June the 3rd, Wednesday, 2020. We got a lot going on in the outer, you guys, but then we always do. But we also have a lot going on in the inner, and I think we don't give what's going on in the inner world a half a chance to balance out what's going on in the outer. And that may be a way, in fact, no, it is a way to find greater love. So the cards have been shuffled. The Holy Spirit through me has been asked to join us, as well as our ancestors, ascended masters, our spirit guides, and clear breath. So with that said, the cards have been shuffled, and they have fallen as follows. The theme for today is peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. Could everybody use a little calmness in their soul? That speaks to the inner world we have not addressed much while we protest and isolate and distance. Does that sound like the inner world was touched at all? Sounds like a lot of neglect to me. I'm giving you what I was given after the prayer. So, how do we get in touch with and stay in touch with throughout this day a sense of peacefulness? The cards that support are this. From the numerology deck is adventure. Well, remember when you were a kid and life was an adventure? Who said that spirit had to die? We got into this deep adulting, and a lot of us lost our sense of adventure. So today we're being asked to get in touch with our sense of adventure, as well as nurture our inner world, so that perhaps we can find a balance with all the civil unrest. We can protest all day long, and yes, it's a good way to start, to have folks know that we need to be heard. And this is going to be a little controversial, but the powers that be oftentimes don't hear until something is torn up and burned down, because what they seem to value is the dollar, the $1, and the $1 we trust. So that means in the one race, that is the human race, we distrust. Does that sound a little off balance to you? So moving forward, the card from the empathic oracle that supports our peacefulness for today is open heart. So that's a 35, which reduces to an 8, which speaks to the unconscious mind, balance, hello, and material transformation. So I guess you could call that tearing down Macy's and making the material ashes a transformation. Well, that'll get attention, but I don't know if it's the attention we want. But we don't know how to get dialogue. And then once we get into dialogue, how to stay in dialogue or keep dialogue open so that everyone can be heard. And this open heart speaks to being heard from a heart space. There are those who would create and those who would destroy. Each needs the other to exist. But those who feel the wisdom of trust need only their own open hearts. As an empath, you sense deeply when hearts are open in your own body. At times, you internalize this energetic experience and your own heart can close. This begins the lesson of duality, of love. As an empath, your depth of understanding begins to teach you to turn, every turn, that the experience of an open heart to yourself teaches the closed hearts of others. The light of love is truly the only choice. Unconditional love is the gift of an open heart. I think we could use a little bit more of that so that we could get to the peacefulness. The adventure is in the recognizing that everyone has a voice. And what we are looking for is compromise with most needs in the human race are being met. And if we look at our minute worlds, do we often look at how everyone's needs are being met? Or are we always magnified on our own? And where is the peacefulness in that? Even if the other people don't speak toward their needs being met, you know, in the quietness and the stillness at the end of the day, when your inventory is done, could you have done better? I ask myself, where did I go wrong today? Because in this human meat sack, if you will, to drop from spirit all-encompassing to a minute little meat sack with spirit dust, we lose so much. But guess what? The more time we spend working on our inner world, the more we recognize just how great we are, just how much power we truly have. Power to connect, power to love, power to look for solutions. The final card in the reading for this Wednesday is this, from the Course in Miracles. There is nothing my holiness cannot do. Once again, that speaks to balance. How can you be whole if you spend all of your time interacting with your outer world? Then we have a lopsided energy, more focused on aggression and getting than giving. Your holiness reverses all the laws of the world. It is beyond every restriction of time, space, and distance, and limits of any kind. So in this day, I challenge you to find the peacefulness in it, to rediscover the adventure of looking for solutions. I don't know about you, but as a kid I'd get frustrated, but I loved putting together and taking apart puzzles. So, if we look at life as a puzzle with no pieces missing, that requires us to have patience and stillness to find and put together the parts that fit. Can you do it today? Happy Wednesday. Namaste. And spend some time with your inner world. Be well.